great evening. I think maybe the ticket price should have gone up. It's so good, you know? Double it maybe. Listen, we hope you enjoy the performance, and I think we're all ready to go. Cameraman is nearby. Don't do it, not right now. Okay, and let's enjoy the show. We ready?
When great national movements began, when the arts appeared, when heroes existed, when poems were made, the human soul was in earnest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere performance of Tall Tales and Heroes.
Where's Jen? Where is she?
She has a right there. Are they real? Are they real or just a fantasy? Woo! Why did you smell Tall Tales?
They make us laugh. And the bigger the problem, the bigger the story.
Like the weather. People are always telling tall tales about the weather.
Like last summer. Do you remember how wet it was?
How wet was it?
It was so wet, we both had to jump into the river to keep it out.
We're gonna tell a lot of tall tales. Some who make life hard to conceive.
Where'd Crockett go, hon?
Did you know that Johnny Appleseed was the skinniest man alive? How skinny was he? He was so skinny he had to stand in one place 3 times just to make a shadow. But we hope you recognize in all tales.
Fast, the 3 people see him. We're gonna say here he comes, we're gonna say there he is, we're gonna say there he goes.
We're gonna tell a lot of heroes. Some who go way back in history. But now we're confessing, we will keep you guessing. Are they real? Are they real? Are they real? Just a fancy. What does that mean, a kernel of truth to believe?
It means most tall tales start out being true.
And the more people talked about them, the truer they got.
And the heroes,
Same thing. The more people talked about the heroes, the bigger they got.
were they real people? Some of them were, but I'm not gonna tell you which ones.
Then how will I know? Look it up! But now we're confessing, we will keep you guessing. Are they real?
Are they real?
Are they real?
Sing it, Mike.
Are they real? Just you wait and see. Just you wait and see. Revolutionary women, lots of heroes. Like Patrick Henry. And Paul Revere. And Ethan Allen. And George Washington. And John Paul Jones. And Alfred Wooltop Stormalong. Who? Captain Alfred Wooltop Stormalong. He helped John Paul Jones stop the Navy and win the war. Are you sure he's a hero? I've never heard of him. Of course we're sure. In fact, we'll tell you a story about him. Once upon a time, after John Paul Jones and Captain Stormalong won the war, they left the Navy to build his own ship. Now, Captain Stormalong was a really big man, so of course he had a really big ship. How big was it? His ship was so big it took 2 days to walk from the bow to the stern. One time, Captain Stormalong was sailing through the English Channel carrying a cargo of soap. His ship was so big he was afraid it might get stuck. So what did he do? He had the sailors rub soap all over the sides of the ship. And did they make it to the channel? Yes, but they scraped the sides of the ship against the black cliffs of Dover. Now wait a minute. The cliffs of Dover are white, not black. Well, they're white now. Oh, good grief. Julian, that's why they call the white cliffs of Dover. Oh, good grief.
Where?
Yes, sir. David Crockett green a bear right on her tree.
He won it from his pa.
You could park a green a hailstone in sunshine. And his mom could jump backward over a fence when she was 85.
And his wife was left to bark off a tree.
They were a rip stomp family, all right. That's because they had a motto to live by. Be sure you're right and then go ahead.
And that's what they always did.
Davy Crockett was a hero. Living stories that we know. Gonna place a place in history with his philosophy.
Why did she stand over there?
Be sure you're right,
Let's see.
and then go ahead. Be sure you're right, then do it. Get every fact before you act, and then get right. Do it.
This guy in the front. This guy in the front.
Member of his family was exceptionally handy, and they were heroes, everyone, because they got things done. Be sure you're right, and then go ahead. Be sure you're right, then do it. Get every fact before you act, and then get right. Do it.
Look at this little guy. Guy's got the rhythm.
When you have to solve a problem, here's a way to get the job done. You just
Look at-
remember Davy Crockett's line, and you'll turn out just fine. Be sure you're right, and then go ahead. Be sure you're right, then do it. Get every fact before you act, and then get
'cause he planted apple trees, a very noble deed.
Johnny Appleseed, he was quite a guy, a hero guaranteed and earned as apple
Gone.
He never charged the folks a dime, he was too free for that. He lived outdoors and cooked his meals right in his saucepan hat.
Johnny Appleseed, he was quite a guy, a hero guaranteed and earned
Leg keeps kicking.
as apple
He planted trees from coast to coast, wherever he would go. And then he gave them loving care so every tree would grow.
Johnny Appleseed, he was quite a guy, a hero guaranteed and earned as apple
D.
Now the country's really starting to grow. People were moving west, and the West was developing heroes of its own. Like Pecos Bill. He was raised by a pack of coyotes. Bill was born in Texas and became a state in 1845, so he was the first Texas hero. One day, Bill came upon a bunch of ranch hands. Tex, what are they doing? They're catching cows. Come on out here where I can see you. Now explain this to me. Well, sir, first make a loop and get in the road.
Then we lay the rope down, put some bait in it.
Then we hide and wait for a cow. When a cow puts its foot in the loop, you pull the rope and catch the cow.
Then loop her up around the cow's neck and drag it to the mark.
That's called a cow pull. This just won't do. Texas won't amount to a hill of beans if we do things this way. But we've always done it this way. From now on, we're gonna do things my way. We're gonna rope cows with lassos. Then we're going to brand them. What for? So we can tell who they belong to. Then we're gonna drive the whole herd down to market.
No more cattle pulls?
Nope, from now on it's cattle drives. Bill enjoyed ranching until he contracted a strange illness. He fell in love. As a matter of fact, he didn't fall in love with any ordinary female. No, sir, he fell in love with Slewfoot Sue. Yeah, Sue was most marvelously tall. How tall was she? I was so tall, when it rained, I go wet 15 minutes before anybody else did. And she squeezed rocks and drank the juice for breakfast. That made her very strong. How strong was she? I was so strong I could pull crooked roads straight. But that's not what won me. No, siree. It was the way she could ride giant catfish. Now I've seen other Texas girls ride giant catfish, but no one enjoyed it the way Sue did. The Pecos Bill and Slewfoot Sue got married. As far as we know, they lived happily ever after. But it's hard to prove that part of the story. After Pecos Bill taught the cowhands about ranching, Texas really started to grow. Lots of new things came along, like Pony Express and the Pony Express riders, like Calamity Jane. Now there was an American hero if we ever had one. Some folks say she could ride a horse before she could walk, and do fancy shoot before she could talk. Well, I should hope to tell you I could. Well, I could ride and shoot faster than grease lightning. When I was 18, I saved the life of one of General Custer's men. I'm much obliged to you, Jane. You know what? You always turn up for trouble. I think we ought to call you Calamity Jane. You mean that wasn't always your name? No, my real name's Martha Kennedy. Some folks thought I was a trifle monkey, so they call me Jane. You know, Calamity Jane. But I changed all that. I used to be plain Jane. I I used to be plain Jane. I used to be plain Jane. But now that's all been changed. They call her Calamity. They call her Calamity. They call her Calamity. And I sure earned that name. You ought to see me ride now. You ought to see me rope now. You ought to see me shoot now. I'm the best of them all. They call her Calamity. They call her Calamity. They call her Calamity. And I sure earned that name. They call her Calamity. They call her
right on.
John Henry was a man who could beat the machine.
When he pulled ahead, he was gaining ground, and a cheer went up from the people all around. But the race went on for many an hour, and the steam drill ran on its hot steam power.
John Henry was a man, John Henry long and lean. John Henry was a man who could beat the machine.
Now John was tired, you could see it in his face, but he wouldn't give up, and he wouldn't slow his pace.
John Henry was a man, John Henry long and lean. John Henry was a man who could beat the machine.
When the boss called time in the setting sun, and the word went out,
John Henry won. Henry was a man, John Henry long and lean. John Henry was a man who could beat the machine. We're saying the best known hero is the last. We're gonna tell you all about another hero. Paul Bunyan. Now everyone knows Paul Bunyan was born in Maine, and that Paul had a giant blue ox named Babe. And that Paul was the greatest lumberjack in the world. And that Paul could cut down 100 trees at one time. And that Paul's bookkeeper was called Johnny Inkslinger. And that Paul logged all the trees out in North Dakota. And that Paul, wait a minute, how'd you find out all that stuff about Paul Bunyan? They looked it up.
I know about lumberjacks.
Someone call us? Lumberjacks are tough. Strong and unafraid. No matter what, we always persevere. Whether climbing trees or working on the ground, we do our job, let nothing interfere. But we all get misty and tearful when we see the thing we all dream. Blackjacks. Surely no riddle that hot up the griddle, each man is the
Crockets
same.
iTunes.
Blackjacks. Just give us a stack. Be sure there's no lack of those wonderful, wonderful, marvelous, marvelous cakes.
I can see them now, all covered in butter, and maple syrup dripping down the sides.
Ooh, I can't stand it. We will be true to this. Nothing we won't do if we can just have some blackjacks. Blackjacks. Blackjacks.
All right, you guys, back to work now.
Lumberjacks are rough. Wear a scruffy lot. No one will ever call us gentlemen. We work and then we play. And equal loyalty. And never start a fight that we don't win. But we all get misty and tearful when we see the thing we all crave. Some blackjacks. Then surely no riddle that hard up the griddle. Each man is the same. Two blackjacks. Be sure there's no lack. Be sure there's no lack of those wonderful, wonderful, marvelous, marvelous cakes. With plump, juicy sausages and whipped cream and strawberries on top. Ooh, I can't stand it. There's nothing we won't
It was a
do.
rock.
We can just have some blackjacks. We will be true to this. Nothing we won't do. We can just have some blackjacks. 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 We
super. Pretty super. The three of us and all of these of your children put a lot of work and time and effort, and we all appreciate you coming, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed putting it on for you. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
I think they did a terrific job.
Terrific job. And Mrs. Lycurgus?
I think you said it all.
Hey, listen, one last bow. Away from where you are. We had tried to think something else, but just take a bow. Just go.
On behalf of the Student Council,
Go ahead, Angie.
Thank you for all your help.
We'd like to thank Mrs. Smith for the music, and Mr. Anderson, Mrs. Lycurgus, and Mrs. Haywood for help getting the play ready. And Mrs. Rodriguez.
That's right. Okay, there is refreshments in the back. We'd like to have the class go there first. It's going to be difficult through here, so if I could ask them perhaps to file out the door and go in the other door to the back where the refreshments are, I think that would work for all of us. So if the rest of you would kind of maybe sit down and relax for a minute, and there is coffee and pastry and etc. in the back of the auditorium. Just have a seat for a minute. Front row. Front row. What?
it's Tina Tom's hairdo.